But you gotta stay high, high for the majors, keep the ink wet. For the pages, keep the mind strong, strong for the stages. It's set for us the saviours. The vision is created, the practice is cremated. Fuck, I think I made it, my old probably played it. Now it's
attention that a mysterious force is loose somewhere in outer space. The mysteries of creation.
Spit phlegm in the form of gems. Listen while I glisten. Watch the storm begin. Watch the storm begin. Watch the storm begin. Watch the storm. Watch the storm begin. Speak the wrong words. Speak the wrong words. Speak the wrong words. Speak the wrong words, and you will get touched. Real talk.
What up, world? This is Real Talk Adelaide. We ready to have a fucking good time tonight or what, people? I am your host, Kamira. Before we get into this very dope battle, just a quick shout out to our sponsors, The Spot down to Semaphore, Creme de la Creme Clothing, Manic Productions, DNR Vape. Ready to have some fun, right? Yeah! Alright, battler to my left, all the way from Perth, introduce yourself.
What's good? Svoss, we meant well. Yes, I did. West Coast Party Crew, let's do this shit.
Yeah! Homie to the right, introduce yourself.
Mythz 456, Broke Man Squad, it's been a long time.
Yeah, boy, 456.
Svoss won the coin toss, it'll be the first round on Mythz. Remember to hold it down, please, even at the bar.
Alright. Now, do you know who walks out their front door every day and pulls their socks up with their Glocks tucked? The type of dude who walks down to his local shop front and he never gets stopped once just because he's notoriously known as stomp cunts. Svoss does. I mean, this dude has won more than a fair fight or two with his bare swipe and moves. Don't let the image fool you. Just because he looks like he's got the strength of a 9-year-old girl with the hair like her too, I am kidding. Do you think anybody would be intimidated by you ever? My response to that is fuck that. It's about to be done for you when you're customized overgrown mud flap, so even if you feel a little comfortable, well, you'll get caught in a pickle like a rugrat. Oh. Man, I am back on my game. Giving one for the city like Illywood, a Baywatch like Hasselhoff. Because they have heard those heated bars I bring will leave a mark like a cattle prod. You even try overstepping me, I'll show them you're full of shit through a sewer jam. So from the break you get chalked out of my queue after a hustle what's in his pockets like a snooker jam. Man, you're in Bar King with a Bar King. His bar mitzvah is barbaric. I got bars made for this bar made. Man, you're getting barbecued, forget it. I got murder on my sights. Could kill this dude with a death stare. If he tried to pitch around my camp, we'll get folded out like a deck chair. Yeah. Man, I stay in my spot like a broken cheetah. You try to provoke a leader where the flow is either with a focused meaner than a stone believer, or I could go coup with Mo Vegeta with enough force in my final flash, they'll be calling me a whiz. No Khalifa. Yeah. Now I know the first round was straight punches, but it's been a fucking long time, right? So I thought it's only right that I rep it proud. But why I think this dude is an egotistical piece of shit, well, I will save that for the second round. You fucking go, man!
First round on Svoss, let's go.
Get it, Svoss. Alright. Now there's some shit I need to say before I perform my verses. See, a lot of people have been making fun of Mysterious height. That shit's got me appalled for certain. It's not his fault he's built like a garden gnome.
Facts.
It's not his fault he's built like a garden gnome. Making short jokes just makes you the shorter person, so... Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were this short in person. Let's get into these bars, though. Svoss, about to blast off and turn into a star like Team Rocket, debut on Real Talk. And Real Talk, I don't think you like battling me. Be honest, it took him days to reply to Chimera. See, he wasn't sure if this was a match that he wanted because he heard I was from Perth, so he had to sleep on it. Mythz. Goes into every battle without thinking heavily. Don't take it as a compliment if the crowd starts predicting everything. They'll probably say I've got long hair like a J-Legend wannabe. But if that's some shit he says to me, that means I'm already closer to a legend than a myth will ever be. Adelaide debut. And it's going to be love at first sight, like Amina Blue at Yeezy Season 2, but he'll probably say stepping down to battle me. I don't think that's an angle you need to use. You ain't the battler you think you are. And that's where the name you chose really suits, because you call yourself Myth, and you can't see the truth. But when you think about it, it goes even deeper too, because if you're really stepping down, how come nobody seems confused? I mean, if you stepping down is really true, then that's where the name you chose really suits, because clearly the people don't believe in you. But in the immortal words of yourself, do you realize that you're my replacement opponent? Damn, I must have some backfeed. You were 5'0" laughing stock while you're thinking you big in the rap scene. I was meant to battle Matt Klein. Should have been Clash of the Comedians. You're a battler that I doubt, dude, but the fact you had to stand in for the stand-up is the most stand-up thing about you. Should have been Matt Klein. Shut up. Should have been Matt Klein standing where you stand now. You're lucky you get to battle me. A nice little high before you crash back down. And you don't have a leg to stand on in this standoff, so soon enough you'll stand down. You've got to stand in for the stand-up. That's the only chance you'll get to stand out. And that's what the stand is about. Let's go.
Round 2 on Mythz, let's go.
Come on. Yeah. Hold up.
Hold it down.
Intelligence, intellect, and integrity. Those are a few words that you should capitalize with. But is inexperienced implemented imitation? That's something that I can capitalize with because you try and roast your opponents on their accomplishments. And that just works in the worst way. Because in actual fact, you were trying to rag on a dude in his moves who was done more than you in the first place. I mean, this is a fresh coat piece on the wall against some shitty mention. An established artist who don't care about the shitty mention. I mean, if you look at it right, Steven's getting defeated at the venue in which he stepped in, because when we go toe-to-toe, he'll get stepped on like an Achilles tendon. Oh. I mean, you said that you were going to be the next Vega. Really? You want to be the next of somebody else? I guess that's why I never seen any originality from your base shot. Too scared of how you perceive the best believe it's Travolta. Nick Cage, it's face off and we face off. Oh, now, your projection game is fucking weak. Seems like you've been battling and preparing this shit since the 10th grade. You may have these other cats fooled right, but I had this cat scanned as soon as I docked in because I see straight through him like an x-ray. Man, when it's come back, kid, come back, you'll see how a sucker do. Because you can only coast in a lane for so long before we see the way you handle bars and backpedal when a true rider rolls up in front of you. Oh, shit. That's the way. I mean, for real, dude. You think you got the skills to try and beat me? This is about to be a 3-0. You want to go toe-to-toe? Well, this will end up with one swing. That's a lift off and a break nose. I mean, freestyle game is off tap. This is how the dude should want to try and rap, but if you want to clap back, know that you get snapped back like a fucking snapback when I rap back. This is everything you thought it was, plus a little more. But if you want to leave your shit at the door, then nobody will fucking leave this dude any applause fucking time, man.
Alright.
Yo, hold it down. Come on, show some respect.
I will beat you.
Bring it back to the Hey yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. About 95% of that verse was whack. But thank you for telling me about my projection. I'll work on that. Hey yo, the last round I was kidding. Because standing in for Matt Klein isn't the most stand-up thing about you. Because you gotta stand up on your tippy toes to reach the things around you. If you didn't yap so much, we'd forget about you. I bet none of the other kids playing hide and seek in the playground have ever found you.
They're still looking.
That was just last week. Now, I'm in the extremely fortunate position of being the first person to battle you since Tolls and Arrows. So you did that doubles match on Amped Up. Your performance was closer to Unplugged. Your performance was closer to Unplugged, dressed up as the Mario Brothers. Damn, you fucked up. One flip from Tolls is all it took to turn the crowd in this dumb cunt. You got boxed out the jump. That's all it took to get one up. Why, man? I don't think even you know why you did that. You can explain its worth. My theory? You wrote those Mario bars before anything else in the battle. They're what you had on paper first, and you wanted to use them so bad, you're like, fuck it, I have to make this work. I can imagine him hitting up Gospel like, yo man, I want to talk. Been writing for Tolls and Arrows. Got some shit to leave them on the floor, but before I present them to you, there is a bit of a complicated setup to do, so I have one question for you. How far away is the costume store? You could have stopped him, Kamira. You know, there's this old story about a soldier in World War I who refused to start shooting at a wounded man. Turns out that guy whose life he spared was Adolf Hitler. So basically he blew his chance. As a result, World War II happened, atomic bombs were dropped, and millions of Jews were gassed. So really, Kamira, you're like that guy who didn't kill Hitler because you didn't stop Mythz from doing that. It was that bad. And the Mario bars you did weren't even that good. Trying to clown Arrows for using gun bars, but the approach just wasn't right. The old intentionally over-the-top gun bar shtick. And yes, I'll admit, I've gone down that road a couple of times, but I think we should stop doing sarcastic gun bars. Because when people do that shit, you can see what's really going on inside. So can we all just admit the truth? Gun bars are ultra fun to write. Yes. How are you going to say that his gun bars are weak, dude, when he used gun bars and he still beat you? So fuck your angle. We don't really need that. At least he can actually entertain. That's something you can't hope to achieve, Matt. Besides, battle rap isn't exactly known for totally clean facts. I mean, when you rap, you say you're good. How are we supposed to believe that? That's round 2. Let's go.
Final round, Adelaide, let's go!
Yo, hold up. Shh. So you're a hockey goalie, correct? Sure. Well, let's see if you got the skills to block to what I connect. Because I don't see you ever putting up tunes, topping bills or rocking sets. Seems his rap life is like the sport he does. He's only ever good at playing shots on the net. I mean, if you try and place your bets on him, that will equal up a grim price, because you may be good inside of a rink, but tonight you were skating on thin ice. Oh. Man, it's been a long year out, and they thought I wouldn't return, but now I'm here to show them that their facts wrong. Just sucks that you had to be that mental ward doctor. You know, the dude that had to spaz on, leave him stood up high and dry like an insignificant bitch. Or you're the new Joker of the scene, are you? Well, riddle me this. What's so different about you? Why should we give a shit? He keeps acting like a whiz. I think he's taking the piss. Because it's just a bunch of short jokes and some cruise shots is all he's got in the works. What's funny is whatever you say about the height of reroute and reverse, you could drop a couple one-liners, make the crowd go berserk, but I see it as a positive. I guess I'm just more down to earth, but when you yammer on about being the next big thing in your past battles, man, nobody's believing you. Because you think that you got the right to walk inside the scene and get your stripes from the start like a zebra, dude. But I feel you never get accepted anywhere you go. And it eats at you. Trying to wipe your subconscious out with a cleaner view, but still ends up pointing out his opponent's adversities just to stop his own from seeping through. I mean, this is classic and textbook. Classic and textbook. Fucking insecurity. Classic and textbook insecurity, right? Fuck, man. Just fuck. Just stop your own from seeping through. This is textbook insecurity. He's more concerned on getting laughs back than getting laughed at. So say what you want at the end of the day and know that you're getting the moment of shine you thought you deserved, but this shooting star's already past that time.
Final round on Svoss, let's go.
Now you started battling in 2012. 2012. The year Ilmac versus Cursor and Thesaurus versus Purpose were made and dropped. Cortex, Manners, 360. Those are the type of guys you paid to watch. 2012 saw cards J Legend, Anecdote, and Chase were on. You grew up with the greats. In the age of gods. That was 2012. That's still 3 years before Vegas stock started taking off. 2 years before I even met Ethan Wren. 4 before we started hosting PCB events. 4 years before Head Ice, Shuffle, Bonnie, Nestle came to Oz. The start of your career ain't close to the present day. It's close to the Seth Century dropping the Waitress song, you see. You've been in the game for long, but this isn't congratulations, dog, because despite all of that, you're still here against a newcomer, facing off, and mate, for what? I mean, clearly the people's faith is lost because you grew up with the legends. But your name's fading off. Mythz is the one that fate forgot. It's like your parents always said, you're a disappointment, Matt. Remember your golden days with gospel? You were popular with the battle fans. He kept growing. You were plateauing. Still he had your back, even though he could have done so much better without you. For him, choosing you for 2-on-2s was more of a backup plan because he was owning it. But you weren't going in, like Trump's travel ban. That first round's coming back to me. The name Mythz, yes it suits, because very soon, a myth is all that's going to be left of you. And meanwhile, Gospel's on a roll. I don't think anyone can stop him. Plus what he's done for the scene has justified the legacy he's gotten. Your old partner's up at the top of the cards, making moves, Mythz. He is definitely popping. Where are you, Mythz? Oh shit, you're second from the bottom. It's Myth's big comeback battle. Nobody cares. Put him under soap suds. Somebody's kid. And don't you dare act like I put us here. I don't know how you could actually think that. I was meant to battle Klein in a fantastic and sick clash. Kamira handed me this map. I got handed a mismatch, so now Myth's getting busted. I can dismantle him with facts. You did that Mario shit? You did that Mario shit, took a fat L and did a vanishing trick, Matt. Not by choice. I bet Real Talk had you banned for that shit, man. It wasn't until Klein pulled out. And they needed someone who at least could come into this clash with a slim chance, so they were like, well, last time he battled, he got embarrassed. It is whack, but fuck it, guys. We've got no choice. We're gonna have to bring Mythz back. Which is about as exciting as finding a log of shit in your packet of Tim Tams. That's about as exciting as finding a log of shit in your packet of Tim Tams. And it took you 5 years to get to this point. Your career won't be impressive by the time that it ends. Plus, we know you can't do this from the lines that you've penned. You seem like a pretty nice guy, actually. I'm sure I can treat you like you're a friend, and I won't call you out on the life that you've led. But seeing as you've done your big comeback to be my stepping stone, after this is done, on behalf of everyone, please, for the love of God, retire again. Punches? We'll show this guy how to get an open mind, so if you don't like violence, please close your eyes. You overrate yourself. Body dysmorphia. You don't know your size. That goes for battle rap, and that goes for life. You think you're over heads. For us, your shoulder height. I think that you are staring down the barrel of bottom tier, so it's pretty clear that things ain't looking up. And deep down, I think you realize that you ain't good enough. If you want to see success, well, maybe you can look it up, or better yet, if you want to see success, well, pretty convenient, you're already looking up. That's round.